This morning was a really tough day for me because I had to be up early enough to be on show at 9 o'clock, and anyone who knows me well knows that I don't really come into flower till about 2. So 9 o'clock was tough, and so I went up to the front and I could see that everybody was still sort of getting their heads together. So I said, okay you lot, we'll have the iPods plugs out of your ears and we'll have all the texting will stop now, or I'll see you later in the day. And I think it wasn't the way most reports start, and so that was a bit of a surprise for them. And then I talked about the Anglican schools that we've got in the church, and we've got 45 of them, which is more than a lot of people realise. And also people have such a funny idea about church schools. They often think in New Zealand that they're the schools that are really expensive, and so there's only a certain kind of people go to them. But I was able to tell them about one of our schools that I visited here in Fiji last week, a dear little school called St Paul's, which is in Aotearoa, which is a tiny little settlement where they, the villagers actually make any money they do make is out of coconuts, and they copra, they sell copra. And this little school, it's just a 4-teacher school, and there are other villages further away from the school where the children walk to this village, Aotearoa, to come to school. And some of them could catch a bus. If they caught the bus, they would have to catch the bus about 5 o'clock in the morning, and they wouldn't get home again until the bus would take them home at about 7 o'clock at night. And of course in the tropics that's dark. So the villagers in Aotearoa said to these other villages nearby, we'll give you a house in the village where your children could come and stay to go to our Anglican school. And this house has got bedding in it, only I think probably maybe 14, 15 beds, but they have 26 children from these outlying villages who come and live in this little house. And they come with one of the mums and dads from these outlying villages who volunteer to look after these little boarders for the week. So they turn up on Monday with their mattresses, their plates, their knives and forks, everything they need for the week. The mum and dad do all the cooking, look after them, they go to the school, and then on Friday night everybody packs everything up and either walks or buses home. And that's a pretty amazing sort of boarding school. It's not the sort of boarding school that people think of when they're in New Zealand thinking about an Anglican church school. It's not quite the boarding houses of Christ's College or King's or Dio, not quite, but it's fabulous, and it's an Anglican school.